Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Storytime with Rob. I hope you're having a wonderful and festive Memorial Day weekend. And it got me to thinking, what does it really mean when we often say to a service member in uniform or a veteran who has served our country well, thank you for your service? In preparing for this tribute, I have gained a whole new appreciation for that meaning. I woke up at 4 a.m. yesterday morning and with tears in my eyes, wrote this to share with you. Please take a moment and share this with someone you know who has served or is currently serving today. Let them know how grateful you are. All because of a vet. From the words of our very first veterans of this great land, our founding fathers, who gave their all by declaring their independence from the tyranny and oppression, as they, all 56 quite wealthy men, stepped up to the line and signed their names right under the final words of the Declaration of Independence, which read this: "And for a support of this declaration with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor, knowing full well that by signing that paper they were destined for tough times, hardships, poverty, and quite possibly death." Our brave men and women in the armed forces have given a similar pledge to do just that. So looking at this in an all-new light, we can now worship when, where, and how we like. We can attend a church, silently read or cry it out loud in my home, or walk through a peaceful wooded trail, all because of a vet. We can bear arms, hunt, fish, snow ski, jet ski, water ski on a boat that is being pulled behind a truck that we went down and bought, red, black, silver, or blue, just because we wanted to, all because of a vet. Yes, we can travel from sea to shining sea, all because of a vet. We can put our toes in the sand in the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Islands to the Gulf of Mexico, or hike in the snow north to Alaska, climb a Rocky Mountain, skydive from a plane, float the Colorado River, or scuba dive in Hawaii, all because of a vet. We can express our ideas, our values, and our voice. We can vote, or we can even run for office, all because of a vet. Even if you agree or disagree with anything I've just mentioned, you can thank a vet. We can travel to one of thousands of stores, restaurants, or businesses, purchase what we like, or even go back for seconds, or go online and have it delivered to our homes within days or even hours, all because of a vet. If you love the city or are country folk, love the mountains, forests, coastal areas, or even the Great Plains, thank a vet. You love to sit on a tractor, a Harley Davidson, behind a computer, a sports car, skateboard, bike, or prefer to just run. Or maybe, just maybe, you want to just sit by a pool on a hot sunny day and drink an ice cold glass of lemonade. You can thank a vet. We can follow our dreams, our aspirations, our desires, from farmers to ranchers, contractors to plumbers, computer programmers or architects, all because of a vet. All you doctors, lawyers, scientists, you salesmen and women, politicians, first responders, nurses, and advertisers, from truckers to guides, coaches to pilots, entrepreneurs, bankers and writers, actors, singers, cooks, policemen, firemen, and homemakers. You all can also thank a vet. We can voice our opinions openly or in person, on the air or online, all because of a vet. If you aspire to be an athlete, a baker, a barber or stylist, a farmer, builder, or even an artist, if you want to make sandwiches, be a teacher, a preacher, sell cars, groceries, bikes, or homes, if you want to run a business, drive a truck, run a train, fly a plane, or even find a place behind a desk, you can thank a vet. If you don't even like the seat you're currently in, you can get up and change your seat, all because of a vet. If you are just lucky enough to see one on a bus or a train, a ball game or a plane, thank a vet. If you're in a store, a mall, or a park, reach out and thank a vet. If you love your freedom and the blessing it is to worship God and Christ, the great creator of this choice land, and the men and women fighting for those freedoms, even if you're not able to do any of those things, when you kneel down next to your bed at night and thank God for all that He has given you in this life, also, don't forget to thank a vet. If we can't thank a vet personally, we can thank those left behind. The wives or husbands who lay awake at night waiting for the phone to ring and then fearing when it does, not knowing where they are, what they're doing, or when they'll be home. Their children not seeing mom and dad for months, or in the stands at their big game the first day of school, family prayer at night, story time, or being tucked in tight. You can surely reach out to them and think of that. When those brave men and women are out there in a foreign land, in the mud, the heat, the cold, and the dirt, walking miles on foot, or all alone in a dusty place. And when we are here in the comforts of our homes, barbecuing in backyards, fishing, boating, or enjoying the great outdoors, on this, the start of summer Memorial Day weekend, we can all think of that. Can you please join me and set a reminder on your phones for 3 p.m. this coming Memorial Day for a moment of silence and respect, to honor and remember our fallen heroes and those who are still serving. That time of day was chosen because it is likely a time when Americans are most enjoying the freedom they have made possible by those brave men and women. When that goes off, stop whatever you're doing. Pull over, drop your fork, put down your fishing pole, turn off the TV, put down your phone, and think of that. You see, we tend to do things a little differently here in this great land. we never forget. We choose our own destiny, our own path, and live our own lives thanks to a vet. I am an American thanks to a vet. Thanks, Dad. And thank you, son. Until tomorrow, be safe.